Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. We're coming back with another review video with the XOP Retrograde tree stand. This is another purchase that hurt the bank account, but in this video I'll get into whether I think it was worth it or not. We're going to get in some pros and cons, some dimensions. We'll show you how to put it on the tree, and I'll show you a little bit of its features and what I thought about it overall. I bought this probably halfway. Yeah, I'd say about halfway. I bought it in November through the season, so I feel as though I got to put it to the test a little bit, and I'll tell you guys what I think about it. So we'll go ahead and jump into putting it on the tree. Switch to a new part of a tree, get rid of that hole. Cinch that John down tight, lift it up, cinch it down, get this bottom strap, bring it around town and hook it on the buckle. Now for this bottom strap, you don't want to hook it as tight as you can, because what I'm about to do could possibly break it. But what you should do is get up in this John, put the seat down, and this is called toe hooking. You're gonna grab your toe, dogs are falling out, get under the stand and push down, and that really locks it in. Obviously I didn't do it the best right there, but it's not bad. Put it in a terrible spot because the branch is above my back. We're gonna go ahead and jump into some of the stuff as I'm sitting here. And before we start that off, just throwing it out there that I am about 6'3", 6'4", 220 pounds, so I'm not a small dude by any means, but I'm obviously not a super bulky man, if you know what I mean. But sitting here, as you can tell, there's a branch in my back. But the seat, I will say, is very thick, and I find my little butt sliding off of it, especially because I'm hunchback. But overall I feel as though it's a pretty decent seat. I feel like they could have made it a little smaller and made it out of a squishier foam, and it probably would have been a little more comfortable, because it's kind of hard. But at the end of the day, I'm not complaining because I'm probably standing up 90% of the time. But as far as platform wise, you can see my toes hang off quite a bit. I wear size 13 shoes and Crocs, as you can tell, or you can't tell because they're camo and you can't see them. But when I'm sitting here, I do hang my toes, my dogs off the side, just because it's a little uncomfortable to pull them back in. I'm all crunched up. But when I stand up, obviously I'm hunched over, but I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to maneuver on this little tiny platform because my feet are so big. But if you had, like, I don't know, size 10, size 11, it wouldn't be as bad. But since my feet are so big, like you see, I'm heel to toe touching the cables, and it hits. But I'll have Brad kind of show the side to show the flex when I walk towards the front. Honestly, it doesn't feel like a whole lot. I mean, it definitely moves, that's for sure. But I mean, like I said, I'm not the lightest man in the world. I'm not the heaviest man. Kind of give you a good idea. As far as the material they spray over the stand, it's kind of like a bed liner in my opinion. A little rougher, but when it comes to traction, I do not have to worry about slipping off this thing at all. And this obviously does not come with the stand. I put that on there, so don't expect that to come with it. And if I'm hunting this hybrid out of my saddle, which I mainly bought it for, nice thing about the seat is I can actually flip it up and flip this to the other side. Now I actually use this as I'm hanging, and it makes it a whole lot more comfortable. I don't gotta haul in knee pads or anything like that. But I'll go ahead and hop off this and we'll get into some other stuff. As always, we're gonna get into the weighing part of the video for these reviews. We got the handy dandy Rapala scale. Gonna get a weight on this thing. If I can find a spot to hook it. Maybe. I'm just gonna hook it to this strap. And this is with all the buckles and the book bag straps it comes with. It is weighing in at 8 pounds, 20 ounces. Which for a tree stand, in my opinion, is insanely light. That's kind of why I bought it. Because it was so small, so light, I can hang it no problem. And I get the benefits of a tree stand, but it feels like a saddle. But, yeah, so 8 pounds, 20 ounces. I'm going to go ahead and get a length on this thing. I'm gonna have Brad hold this stand. This Brett. Pull out the old handy dandy tape measure. So the platform length that you're gonna get from all the way from the back,
from the post to the tip,
from the post to the tip is
19.
We'll just say 19 inches, just shy of 19 inches.
Then your widest part
on the stand is 13 and a half, and the narrowest part is 7 1/4.
And then you could go post height.
The post height of the stand is 18 inches. Standoff from the tree, from the seat, is about 3 1/2, 4 inches, which isn't bad. But those are some weights and some lengths. Now I'm gonna jump into...
We could jump into a couple specs of it.
We'll jump into some specs.
Just some little things on it.
I'll let Brad start it off. Just kidding, I'll start it off. My stand.
I mean, I was just saying, I know some of the features on it, but some cool specs on this thing is, obviously he was talking about the seat, and this is something I'm pretty sure most of XOP stands do it, is the ability for the seat to be strapped to the front of it, and has the ability to kind of flip. Whether you want to sit on it like this, like he said, hunt it hybrid, use it for a knee pad, or whether when you're packing it out, you know, you don't have to flip it, but when you pack it out, want to use it as a shelf, you got a pad to use. So you got that feature, and then most mobile tree stands have the ability to adjust your platform itself. It's got a leveling system right here where you can adjust it up and down depending on what tree you get into. Same thing with the seat. Seat's got a bolt you can tighten, loosen, and it changes the angle of your seat, again depending on the tree. And then a couple things, it's got kind of little tie-offs, which I'm not sure if these are integrated with their steps, but with their climbing sticks or not, but those are there in case you want to wrap anything around them.
Super nice.
But one other feature is the ability to, kind of like the Lone Wolf custom gear, kind of how their seat locks into place. This stand kind of does the same exact thing, but in a different way.
It's actually got a set screw.
I'm not sure if I can show you or not. Oh yeah, right there. So this flips up, and you have to kind of get your bolt in the right position to where it goes into that hole. And then you tighten it inside of it. once you kind of get it up into that hole, locks your seat in place. So you can have a shelf if you're a guy that likes a shelf when you pack out, or you can leave it down if you're a guy like that. Any other specs I missed?
Yeah, not really a spec, but kind of goes with the pros. Is the tree stand itself actually came with book bag straps, so that was nice, not having to go make another purchase on top of this already expensive purchase. So that's nice. Obviously they're not like insanely good book bag straps, but they do the job. I'm gonna continue to run them. But like I said earlier, the material, I'm kind of I got mixed feelings about it, because one, I mean, it's super good for grit, but two, it will cut you if you're not careful. It'll bust your knuckles up pretty good. And another thing is, it frays your straps super easy. I mean, if you don't watch your straps, they could easily cut over time and break on you. So you don't really want that to happen, because that'll put your life at risk. But another con I have.
So you just want to get into pros and cons?
Yeah.
Let's just rattle off some pros and cons.
Cons.
Like you just said, the texture of this thing, I got to hunt out of it a couple times this year, but probably not as much as he did. But the texture of this thing is a pro and a con within itself. It's super grippy. You don't have to worry about slipping or falling at all, but at the same time, it is so rough that it can easily bust your knuckle. It can fray your straps. It makes your straps stick to it almost. So that's kind of in and of itself. And then a con that I have, but again, pro and a con within itself, is just the room. Every once in a while, like when I went to spin around, like my boot would get caught in the cable. But I mean, you're buying a small stand for a reason, so
you get that with the purchase you make. But overall, that's pretty much all the cons I have. Obviously, the price point is a bit insane.
Should have been number one, probably. I think it was what, 500 originally.
Yeah, the only reason I got it is because it was on sale. I definitely wouldn't have paid full price for it. But it was one of those, instant decisions where I just went ahead and bought it. But we'll go ahead and hop into some pros. Pros, like we said, the material is pro and con, so we'll count them as a pro too. Coming with the straps, all of the different hooks and stuff it's got on here.
Yeah, I mean, all the obvious pros is like the accessories, like everything you kind of know you're getting when you get the platform. The weight of the thing, the packability, the size of it, you're wanting something small and easy. The ability to hybrid hunt out of it easily is
major pro.
Awesome. And then also, the seat being able to flip, and the seat locking mechanism that they have is another pro, which is pretty cool.
I will say that I've had no problem with this tree staying locked. This stand staying locked onto the tree. I mean, these teeth are already pretty sharp, but add that sandpaper material and it just doesn't want to slide off the tree. So I really like that about it, although it's chipping off a little bit, but that's probably normal wear and tear. Now I'm going to jump into whether I think it's worth the money or not. Do I think it's worth $500 and something? Absolutely not. I mean, you can't tell me this costed more than $100 to make. I refuse to believe it. There's no way. But like I said, it was on sale. Do I regret buying it? Slightly. Not really. I mean, I'm gonna use it for sure, no doubt. I'm gonna continue to use it. I probably won't end up selling it. I'll probably just keep it. It's nice for like that hybrid hunting. But if I was to pick this or saddle for saddle hunting, probably gonna pick my saddle just because it's a little lighter. But anyway, that's about all we got for this video. Be sure to like and ask questions if you have any. We'll be completely honest with you. And you got anything?
Yeah, just if you guys got any other questions, feel free to shoot them down in the comments. We'll try to answer them best we can. Kind of do that with any of our review videos. And that's the car driving by for the third time because they're ready to leave and we're in the yard talking to a camera.
We're running late to a birthday party, so we're gonna go ahead and get off here and
hopefully watch this, Luke.
Yeah, shout out Luke, happy birthday. Love you, cuz.
Alrighty, that's all we got for you guys. Deuces.